Hi there, I'm Lori Petro and you are watching our weekly Q&A where I show you how to create teachable moments with your kids. And today I want to talk about helping young kids be assertive. Now, I've talked before about how to help children manage their anger, and today I want to share some tips on how to help young children learn to be assertive while in the presence of other angry people. We can't protect our children from the world. Eventually, as they mature and step outside into the world, they will have to learn to manage themselves in response to other people's behaviors. If kids have learned to fear their parents or fear the consequences or wait for other adults to come in to play judge and jury and manage their disagreements with siblings or with friends, then they may be hesitant to speak up for themselves, or they may be overly aggressive, perceiving more of a threat than there really is. Neither of those responses will serve our children in the real world, and while there are no one-size-fits-all approaches to interacting with others, there are a few things that we can teach kids about assertive language to help them set boundaries for themselves. This gives kids a sense of autonomy, a sense that they are capable and empowered, and that they have the choice to change their situation rather than wait for others to change for them. My first suggestion is to teach children to express what they don't like by allowing that expression at home. When your child doesn't like your limit and they say no, instead of denying that no, investigate it. Investigation of a no does not mean that you agree with your child or that you intend to change your limit. It just means that you value that your child has a voice and you're going to respect that he has a different opinion than you. Listen and reflect without feeling like you need to answer, make excuses, or use logic to convince your child of the boundary you're setting. Instead of saying, "Stop whining, I said 1 hour of TV and that's it. Now don't push me or we will not watch it at all." Try something like, "You don't like it when I turn off the TV," and say that it's time to go to bed. It's no fun and you feel disappointed that you can't watch until the end. Or you're mad and you're feeling like you want to hit. "I'm not going to let you hit me, that's not okay, but show me how mad you are. Let's use this pillow instead." And then be okay, even if your child isn't. This tells your child that his point of view is valid and that his strong emotions are not going to compromise your love, attention, or ability to remain calm and composed during his upset. Next, teach children to use assertive language with their peers and siblings instead of running to you for every conflict. So instead of approaching conflict from the perspective of finding out who started it and then handing down a decision of guilt and innocence, when you hear, "Mom, she hit me," try something like, "Tell your sister, stop, I don't like that, please don't hit me." And if they keep screaming, "She won't stop," instead of running in with the discipline to manage those behavioral fires, connect with your child's emotions and help her soothe, and then ask her questions to prompt her own power of problem solving. "You don't like what's happening. What can you do to change that?" Your child may decide to move away, play in another room, stay close to you for support. Whatever it is, your child made that decision to choose, and she's empowered herself to know that she's responsible for her emotions and her situation despite the conditions that she may be faced with. Now, I don't think that aggression is ever acceptable and it should not be ignored, but we have to know our kids. We have to know when that aggression is a pattern of behavior that needs to be closely shadowed or monitored to help a child mature, or when it is our children attempting different strategies and learning how to interact with their siblings or peers. And sometimes that needs to be done without our interference. Otherwise, if we interrupt this natural interplay between friends and siblings and we run in to rescue or assign blame, what was once an innocent strategy that kids were able to work out on their own becomes a habit that can actually interfere with their ability to learn better strategies. Finally, you can help your child be more assertive by giving lots and lots of opportunities to make decisions. When we constantly direct our children's actions, they can become disinterested or even afraid to act without our assistance. They may not want to speak up for what they want or believe for fear of upsetting other people or being refused or not knowing how to manage the disappointment. So they learn to keep quiet to be safe, to fly under the radar and go unnoticed so that they don't have to deal with the conflict, the embarrassment, or the frustration. So when you might be tempted to tell your child what they should do, can you step back and investigate or even leave it up to them? If you have two children that are having a disagreement about a play area, you can say, you want to play Legos in the playroom and you want this space to build a tent, so we have two different ideas. How are we going to work it out? What should we do? I'm not really sure. These are both valid needs. What ideas do you have? This helps kids learn to verbalize their desires and know what their needs and wishes are, and know that those needs and wishes do not take away from the needs and wishes of other people. Kids can learn to be considerate of other people when they feel like they have a choice in how things resolve. No longer are they just submitting to the commands of an out-of-patience parent or an aggressive friend, but they're really learning to express what they need in ways that bring connection and understanding. This is sustainable learning that will forward growth and teach your child to be assertive but also respectful. Telling kids to stop, listen, or behave doesn't connect neural pathways to the thinking brain, but giving them lots of opportunities to resolve their conflicts without you does. That was my teachable moment for you. I hope that you found it helpful and some ideas for helping your children use their voice and stand up for themselves. And I'd love to know what you think, so leave me a note down in the comments and share your stories, because you never know, when you share your stories, you might just inspire someone else towards the change that they were looking for. And if you'd like more video trainings like this, be sure to get on over to teachthroughlove.com and subscribe for updates, and subscribe to my YouTube channel because I release a new video every week. Thank you so much for watching. Now, did you like this video? Because I would love it if you would share it on your favorite social media site, because when you share the love, you spread the love. Thank you for watching. Until next time, please remember, it's about consciousness, not perfection.